Oh, fuck, well, I already started it, didn't mean to.
Welcome to the Pitt Crew Podcast.
Welcome back to Pitt Podcast.
Okay. Do we want to do like a little anthem at the beginning where it's like...
Yeah, sure. Give me a beat.
All right.
Hey guys, it's the Pitt Crew Podcast.
The first episode of the Pitt Crew
The
Podcast.
inaugural episode.
Let's all give a cheer together. Woo! Fuck
Not
you,
cheering.
Luke. You piece of shit. Anyway, so I'm your host, Chad.
You're not the host.
I am today.
Bullshit.
It's my mic, it's my computer, and my audacity.
I'm the beautiful bouncing baby boy of the group, Sam.
I'm your luscious linguistic
Lesbian.
Luke.
With our special guest and one of our bestest buddies in the whole wide world.
Dalton, I'll be here as I fucking please, I guess.
We invited you because our topic today is anime. And we know that you watch a lot of anime. A lot of us watch a lot of anime. The only person who really doesn't is Sam.
I fucking don't. I just don't want to.
Bitch, you watched 5 animes.
I watched like 5. 2 of them are Yu-Gi-Ohs.
You watched 2 series of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, I watched
Was
actually.
it- was it your-
Now that we're thinking about this, I just remembered, guys.
Yeah.
Thundercats.
Thundercats is an
I
anime.
still haven't seen
Except the
Thundercats.
new one, which is shit.
You're right, the old one.
Dude,
pretty
Teen Titans Go.
No, alright.
good. All right, so Luke's actually leaving as we speak. He's on his
So-
way out the door.
That kind of gets us into our first topic of discussion. We, before we started, had a really big disagreement on what is and is not anime. And I would say Teen Titans Go. I know you said it as a joke, but that isn't anime.
Oh, no, not at
Yeah,
all.
definitely not. I would consider that just a cartoon, even though anime at its core is technically just cartoons. It's of Dalton. You believe it's of a different style,
Yeah,
right?
by what I've been studying actually at Webster in animation classes is that like anime and cartoons are different in the sense that they're a different type of cartoon style. But like, for example, everyone says if it's not Japanimation, which is, things like Bleach and the anime style that comes from Japan, it's not truly an anime. But we've got other types of, American anime. They're still anime. It's not where it comes from, but it's rather the art style in which it's drawn in.
Okay, so let me give you a follow-up question. Is Boondocks an anime?
Yes. Yes, actually it is.
Really? You would classify Boondocks the very...
Well, here's the thing, though.
Okay.
Anime got its start from Disney. Like they took the inspiration from Disney and like rolled with it in movies and stuff like that. But in my opinion, I'm pretty sure there's like the literal definition of anime is Japanese super cartoons.
Yeah, Japanimation.
Yeah. So like in my opinion, I think it needs to be Japanese for it to be classified as anime. That's why I wouldn't put let's say Avatar as an anime.
Boondocks, I would only disagree, is not an anime, despite it having a very anime style and the fight scenes in the show being very reminiscent of different anime fights, only because of the themes and how American it is. You could argue that it's an anime with a very American, with just American themes, but I think because of all those different elements that, it's about a different, like a specific culture that's really dominant in America and very American problems, I would consider it just an American cartoon with a Japanese animation-ish style.
Yeah, and that's totally fair. Because, like, just to clarify on what I'm saying, I only consider anime based off of their, like, the style in which it's drawn and not the culture.
Okay.
But if you consider culture and that's what you define anime is as...
Dude, I love Animines. Animines is one of my favorite styles of anime.
So I actually stepped on Animine and...
and now it's got a
missing 3 toes.
testicular
No.
oh, rip.
But yeah, so if you define it through culture, like, that's totally fair also.
Like, let's say SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yes.
No.
For example, if it was made in Japan, would you call that anime?
If it looked the same, but it was made in Japan, would you consider it an anime? That is a good question.
No, because it is a combination of the style and the fact that it comes from Japan.
So you just play it by ear.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's
another
fair.
good example that
So we're all a little wrong and we're all a little right.
honestly.
Yes.
So another big one that the three of us sort of semi-argue is Ruby, which is that animation made by Rooster Teeth.
Yes.
That's the like the 3D digital animation.
Yeah.
where everything is a gun. Everything.
Everything.
Nunchucks, the scythe, fists.
Her tits.
There was a supersonic trumpet at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've only made it through season 1 of Ruby, so I don't know
Almost
anything
killed a
about it.
person with that trumpet.
Oh, nice.
Dude, isn't that the trumpet from what is it? Sonic Boom?
Sonic Boom. Yeah, the trumpet, the horn.
Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom, the animation.
Yeah.
That.
Oh, is that Japanese? I think
No, it was made by an American studio.
I thought it was made by Canadians.
Yeah.
Right?
But
No.
it had like the anime style art form.
Yeah. So
Sonic Boom didn't, but Sonic X had like the anime style.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of them.
one more to sort of cap off this point. Another one we talked about right before we started was Code Lyoko. That was made by
It's a fucking show.
that was made by a French animation studio. So
But it looks anime as fuck.
But-
yeah, because it's in that same art form.
right.
So, yes or no?
Is Code Lyoko an anime?
Yes.
In my opinion, yes.
No.
because
But it's
I-
a French anime, so
The French aren't allowed to have anything cool, so
Remember what we
yes.
said about racism? And
What do you mean? The French don't matter.
well, there was
oh
our
man,
French
it's a good
audience.
thing. So I looked at our demographic today. It comes from the United States, the UK. Parts unknown was one of them.
Dude,
I'm-
shit, it's France. They're hiding the fact that they watch our content.
I am 100% convinced it's Umaga from WWE,
Yeah.
even though he died in like 2007.
Brother Nick Cage is coming for our treasure.
Dude, not Nick Cage. I wish Nick Cage was
Dude,
in an anime.
National Treasure, let's be honest, is an anime.
Yeah.
I'll classify.
Oh, we might as well address the whole meme of Cory in the House is my favorite anime. Blah blah blah. Look, do you even think it's a good meme at this point?
Yes.
You
It
still
was-
do?
I don't
See-
understand it.
It's a meme that tired out in my
That tired out.
Sam just wouldn't shut the hell up with that. I still don't.
I will always get a kick out of it.
It was just a joke that this YouTube guy named Filthy Frank was making a video about weeaboos.
yeah.
And
That's fair.
he was listing off anime he liked, but he was being sarcastic about it, and he listed off Cory in the House as one of his favorite anime.
All right.
And so people just ran with it. People were like, oh, Cory in the House is definitely my favorite anime. Every top 10 list on YouTube, people would be like, oh, you didn't include Cory in the House.
Go Cory! Go Cory!
All right, now I understand.
And you hate it, right? It's
Yeah.
stupid.
No, it's really stupid.
I enjoyed it still.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the joke in the video at that moment, but everything since I've hated.
Memes just get tired out so fast because how like often they pop up, like the fucking B movie shit.
You know, look, okay,
That is a spin-off.
Let's
No. We can drone on. We already have an idea to make a podcast that specifically dedicated to memes.
Okay. Well,
So
I'll
we-
just say B movie meme shit. Let's get back on topic.
we'll
If,
continue.
if I may though, I
Yes.
just want to one more point.
Right.
It originated from the Cory in the House meme.
Really?
About to have the
Because it's like,
best
oh, what other
anime
anime?
fight
B-movie.
2016 meme happening right here.
It's a mixture between that and the whole
Okay.
Shaq thing.
Sort of combining memes and anime. I love when they take stupid things and put this is the greatest anime battle of all time, or like
Yeah.
anime
I
romance
do
that
like
should have
that, too.
happened, when it was Carl Weezer and Jimmy's mom, where it's like top 10 anime romances that never happened.
Oh,
That was pretty sick. So I think the next thing we can kind of segue into is the current state of anime, where it's at right now, and if we really agree with where it's going. Has anybody watched any current anime that's
yeah.
released in the past, I would say 2 or 3 years?
Yeah, I've watched a lot of newer things on Netflix, and some of them are good, and then there's others where it's just one of those. I guess I'm just not into it because I don't care. Because like I personally don't like anime that's just like about everyday life. Like God, what's it called? The Prince of Tennis.
Oh yeah, the Prince of Tennis.
Like, why would I
pong.
give a shit about that?
is that Ping Pong the animation's older brother?
Yeah, it's basically.
Basically, did he even have like an all-around goal? Did he want to? He was just really good at tennis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just-
And then he had like a Seto Kaiba-esque rival that they had to work together every once in a while.
I got
Yeah,
you. I got you.
I don't. Yeah, stuff like that I just hate. And then like the things on Netflix, like for the most part,
Yeah.
are good. But then there's other ones where it's like it's just all of those. I may as well be watching hentai.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
No, we can. I don't. I think we should stay away from hentai. Hentai is technically.
It's one of those like they have plot, but at the same time there's so much just bullshit.
So like To
sexual
Love
stuff.
Rue.
we're not
Yes.
We're not getting into Boku, are we?
No.
No,
that's a
no,
whole. That's
no.
even farther than hentai that we can't.
So
I miss you, Goku.
One trend in anime that they're taking that I really don't
boobs?
like is the big boob craze.
Yeah,
where
how
you
they're-
feel like you have to put some chick with huge tits and like show boobs and be really graphic with it. Don't get me wrong. There are some anime that feature that's all right because it's sort of like it plays into the comedy and I can get
Kind of like
a
Date
decent,
Alive.
Yes,
And it's believable too.
I can get a decent chuckle, but one anime, I think it's called Myriad of Colors something. The guy is walking after this girl down the stairs, right? And she's like, stay away from me, And he's like, no, I just want to talk. He trips, knocks her down. She does a flip. He somehow falls faster than her down the stairs, falls down. She lands right on his face.
See,
Perfect.
exactly what you've been like talking about for the past like 3 or 4 minutes. That's all To Love Ru is. It's
Yeah.
the entire, literally, probably like 3 times an episode, he falls down and like a chick's like vagina lands on his face, and like her face is around his.
Let's be honest. People want to say differently, but To Love Ru is just softcore porn.
Pretty much.
To
yeah.
Love Ru is softcore porn.
Yeah.
Welcome
And,
to the Pitt Crew Podcast.
Like on the topic of boobs, like I also really hate it when they're like super unrealistic. Like
Yeah.
like the girl's boobs are the same size as her torso.
Yeah, when the girl's boobs are guns.
She moves slightly and just goes thwomp, kills the guy
Like,
next to her.
I'm okay with like, shapely women.
Or a Hime from Bleach. That's the biggest I can go.
What is Orihime is the redhead, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I really like Sekirei, but he gets a little over the top at times
Yeah.
with that kind of stuff.
So when it comes to stuff like that, where they kind of just like fall on boobs, face sitting accidental stuff like that, you either have to go nowhere with it, or just make that the entire point of the show.
But that's To Love Ru, and it's so annoying.
You have to go
Or the
100
beach episodes.
100% with it, or don't even
Shout out to High School of the Dead.
Shout out to
gi-
every anime ever.
Give me context to the beach episode in High School of the Dead. Because you claim that it is the most poorly done beach episode. Beached whale episode.
Basically, they leave the city to go to an island, and on that island, I think they start eating some fruit that gets them like ridiculously high.
Yeah.
So like the girls start thinking each other are the main character that they're all in love with.
Okay.
So they all pretty much start like making out and like getting naked and stuff like that. Then the main character, he was high, and like he thought like there were zombies on the island. He thought the zombies were the girls. So they were all like grabbing him and stuff. He's like, no, stay away. And like he literally like throughout the entire night is just high off his mind, surrounded by zombies. Somehow doesn't even get like touched by the zombies. And just because like he's thinking of chicks with big tits.
So
Nice.
I like where this is going, but what if it happened inversely, where he thought the girls were the zombies and he just kills them off in a
That
beach
would have been
episode.
a good
Just
video.
If I'm gonna be fair, that's where I thought we were going.
I honestly think that's how they could have really saved that. That would have been awesome.
but what would we jerk off to?
It's like that one Hitalia.
You're right.
It's like the one Hitalia episode where like they just brutally murder. What was it? Germany?
Italy.
They brutally murdered
Italy
Italy.
fucking gets wrecked.
Brutal murder. Let's talk about Hellsing.
Ooh.
See, I've never actually seen Hellsing. Have you seen that?
Oh god.
I've only seen the Hellsing abridged and like highlights of the actual Hellsing
Dude, that should
series.
be a topic we talk about. A bridge series.
A bridge series.
Yeah.
we can get to that. We can.
Write it down.
I'm not gonna fucking write it down. Just remember it. Luke is referencing my book of stuff, which is only 2 pages right now.
Not
But
even 2 pages.
well, I mean, I've got this page right here, and we got topics. We're gonna talk about Rebecca. We had lunch with our friend Rebecca yesterday, and she saw the word topics, and she's like, "Oh, I got one for you guys." Wrote her name down, and me and Luke were like, "The fuck are we gonna talk? Why would we talk about you?"
Dude, Rebecca's my favorite anime.
Yeah,
That's fair.
that was my favorite. She's my favorite anime character.
I'd have to say the most gory anime that I've probably ever watched was the Elfen Lied.
Is that the one where like they're
The chicks
fucking-
have like invisible arms, and they like just rip each other to shreds.
Nice.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's my favorite hentai.
I think the only episode sort of getting away. I've never seen Elfen Lied. I've only seen. No, it's not even in the same series. I was thinking of like A Tale of Memories and like A Tale of Something. That's a really sad series that goes on and on. But Hellsing, the only episode I've seen is where he takes that really cool jet and like is trying to fight the chick on the boat. That
Yeah, basically the entire series is just him hunting vampires, and it's just every episode is just very violent. Incredibly violent.
Sounds like my kind of gig.
what would you say is your favorite anime then?
My favorite anime. That's a difficult question.
Actually, Dalton, let me stop you right there, because I'm just going to tell you right now you're wrong. It's Bobobo, Bobo, Bobobo.
That would definitely be on my top 5.
No, it's
Top
not.
5?
It's not your top 5. It's number 1.
No, it's not number 1. No.
It has the best.
Okay, maybe not number 1. Like, what is your absolute favorite? If you had to give at least just a small cluster of anime you really enjoy that you could start watching at any time,
I think
and have a good time.
My top 3, I can do a solid top 3. Number 1, I think, would be an anime called Trinity Blood. And it's another kind of vampire one, but it's really interesting because it gives a new twist to vampires. Mm-hmm. It's about this priest, and what we don't know is the priest himself.
Oh, like Twilight?
Yeah,
Exactly like that.
but this priest is actually a vampire himself, but he's a special fallen angel vampire and he actually eats other vampires.
Oh, okay.
And so he works for the Vatican and everything, and it's actually really interesting.
You see, it's funny that you mentioned that, because that's exactly the description of my Sonic OC.
And then number 2 would be an anime called Darker Than Black.
Okay, I've heard of Darker Than Black, yeah.
I really, really like Darker Than Black. It's basically about superpowered beings in somewhat of a futuristic setting, not super far in the future. And this one guy is like a hitman, and it's just kind of everyone trying to figure out where the origin of these powered beings come from, because of the stars aren't real. I never really put...
Stars aren't real.
The stars aren't real, man.
Get with your mind, man.
Although it's one of my favorite anime, I never really understood the stars aren't real. But the rest of it, other than that part, was really good in my opinion. And then I like Bleach. I have a love-hate with Bleach. I really like Bleach. But I don't like how it has all the bullshit filler.
Yeah. They have entire seasons of filler.
Yeah, and that's
really frustrating.
And that's what really frustrates me also, because if you're like me and you both watched it and read the actual books, none of the fillers in there, and it still moves nice and smooth. And so it would be better if they took all the filler out. And it's also one of those you never want a good story to end, but then sometimes
I think Bleach needs to end.
Yeah, but then there's sometimes in Bleach case, in my opinion, when it goes on for so long, that makes it stop being good.
Yeah.
Because now it's just ridiculous. Because it's kind of like the Goku syndrome of he just keeps getting more powerful and it never stops.
Yeah.
And so now it's although I really like the character, he's not fair anymore.
I'm gonna go fight Catholic God.
See,
Or you're just gonna become a god.
True. But even then, Goku didn't stop at a god. He keeps going.
He keeps going.
He's a Super Saiyan god
he's a
now.
Kaioken Super Saiyan
Now I'm gonna
god.
go fight the Hindus.
But
Hey, it's not political.
I thought Naruto, at least the manga, ended pretty at a good spot because it was everything was building up, and it kind of. I don't like that they did the Madara was kind of behind everything the entire time, because that kind of just came out of nowhere. It's just what the fuck? But I think they ended where he just proved himself as one of the most powerful ninja, and everybody respected him and saw he's going to be a Hokage in the future, and a lot gets wrapped up. Everything but his relationship with Hinata. That's why they had to make the movie
where they went to the moon.
What?
At one point did he fight a
Where did I miss that bullshit?
It was the last Naruto Shippuden movie, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking Naruto went to the moon?
to save Hinata.
And that way they could have a relationship and then make Boruto.
What? Did Hinata go to the moon? How,
Well,
how did they get to
Okay, so there was a ninja spaceship.
Shut the hell up. Shut
Is
the
that
hell
real?
up. Shut the hell up.
Alright,
So
alright.
basically, how it was chakra was created because this one chick ate from a giant tree.
Alright.
That stored chakra, and then she had 3 sons: the Sage of the Six Paths, some other dude, and then the third dude. So basically, the Sage of the Six Paths his lineage led on to become the Senju and the first and second Hokage, and then Tsunade. They're all the Senju. Second son, his lineage became the Uchiha, and then the third son, his lineage became the Hyuga. You know, Hinata and Neji.
All the special IP.
Rip my boy.
Man, I'm gonna make sure to put like
still
a
haven't
spoiler
answered my-
warning at the beginning of this.
We spoil so much.
Everybody knows that Neji's dead. Honestly.
You still haven't answered my question though. How the
Let me
fuck did they
finish.
get to the moon?
So basically,
They
like
walked.
the first two,
Boy, this explanation shows a lot of filler.
the first two sons like always fought for control or whatever. Where the third son was kind of just there and like did his own thing.
Eating
And
fucking
like
glue
eventually
like a
just
moron.
went to the moon and like set up shop there.
How did he go to the moon?
Damn it, Luke.
Who knows? But then like as time goes on, like he wanted the eyes of the next head of the Hyuga clan, so he could get like a lot of his power back and become like very powerful. So that's why he kidnaps Hinata and is going to take her eyes. But Naruto goes to the moon and fucking
still didn't
cracks the moon
answer.
in half. There was like a portal. They went through like a portal.
You could have just said,
made of
"Oh, it's
water.
Origin portal."
Yeah, honestly, you could have just went with, hey, so there's a portal, and
Well, I
that's
wanted
how
to
they got to the
explain
moon.
why they went to the moon.
I don't care why they went to the moon.
Exactly.
Because that doesn't matter.
But then there was like, it
Isn't
was
there
so stupid.
science though? Like in Naruto, I remember people.
Yeah, because there's
Yeah.
robots in Naruto.
Yeah, like robot Naruto.
we can't just fuck whatever.
So here's the thing.
Honestly, I don't think it's worth an explanation because I don't think they really cared.
As
that
soon
much.
as your anime goes to space and it's not already in space at the beginning, your anime no longer
That's
matters.
true. I will agree that when your anime goes outside the realm of general possibility that you have established an entire series of hundreds of episodes, then you've done something wrong.
What about DBZ?
Yeah, still.
Dragon Ball starts like on Earth.
So,
But it's already established that he's an alien, so it would make
no,
sense.
it doesn't. It doesn't actually say he's an alien until the first season.
so
of
here's
DBZ.
the thing. I give Dragon Ball and into Dragon Ball Z a bit of a break in that sense because you're right. In Dragon Ball, it's just some weird kid with what we consider
It's
to
Sun
be
Wukong.
what we consider to be mystical powers because we don't know that it's like Roshi sort of explains the idea of ki and being able to control your energy, but at the same time, you sort of get this sense that it's a mystical power. You don't really realize that it comes from this or that, and he's a short kid with a tail, pretty much. So you know he's probably not human, but it doesn't establish that to Dragon Ball Z. But Dragon Ball has such a natural progression from being a little kid living alone in the woods to going on this adventure to find Dragon Balls. Once you start finding the Dragon Balls and realize that wishes can be made, you sort of expand the idea of the universe because now you have magic. Now there's magic involved. Now all this stuff can, people can come back from the afterlife, from the afterlife.
a lot.
Yeah, a lot of this shit starts to happen, and he starts fighting an army, and it just takes steps. Honestly, you go from adventure, magic, fighting an army, defeating that army. This green dude pops out of nowhere, starts killing everybody,
And he's a demon.
yeah, and he's a demon. So you beat him, and then Goku gets older. You start finding out that there's people with 3 eyes. It's fucking crazy.
Rip my boy Tien.
Yeah. But, like, honestly, just literally too long didn't read. Dragon Ball has really good progression, and I think going into DBZ with the whole he's an alien thing is the next logical step upwards.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, in Dragon Ball, they could only be brought back from the dead once.
Oh, all right.
And then in DBZ, they're just like, who cares?
Like, who gives a shit?
Well, no, they do a pretty good job at somewhat explaining because the Namekian
The Namekians
dragon.
you can bring back as many times as you want.
Yeah.
so
But you can only
just
wish back
every
one person at
planet
a time.
has a different rule then.
Every planet that has Dragon Balls, but pretty much only the Namekians can create Dragon Balls, and only the people of the Dragon Clan,
So how do they decide what planets get Dragon Balls?
the ones with Namekians.
Yeah.
And white people.
So basically, Planet Namek and no, the albino Namekians were eradicated.
Yeah.
No, that's not actually canon. That was just a DBZ
But-
abridged
So
name.
Piccolo
Um.
with Earth, what's their fucking deal?
Okay, so King Piccolo.
So the drought was canon, though, right?
Yes.
And that's why Kami came over to
Yes.
Earth.
Yes. So King Piccolo asexually reproduced the Piccolo we know now, and King Piccolo was of the Dragon Clan, of the Warrior Clan, and not the Dragon Clan. So he reproduced another member of the Warrior Clan.
And King Piccolo and Kami used to be the same person.
Yes.
They split apart.
Right.
This is some fucking stem cell research bullshit.
Yeah.
You don't even know science.
It's
Dude,
so
we're not even getting into fusions yet.
Yeah. Honestly, we won't get too deep into DBZ.
So,
but
Because we'll never end.
is there like a version where they dock and then they fuse at the dock?
Kind of. I mean, the Namekians can just fuse by, like, touching each other.
That's gay.
Depends.
Yeah.
And that's a
Does it
permanent
depend?
fusion.
Yeah.
You
And
know
now
what, on
that's the-
second
Are
thought,
they circumcised or not?
Now that's the only permanent fusion, is the
Well-
Namekian fusion.
that's true. While we're on the topic of DBZ, it kind of gets me into the point of like this this debate on older versus like newer anime, because if you look at Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Super, obviously worlds apart in the way they're animated, in the tone, and everything that comes with it. I think the newer Dragon Ball Super isn't bad. I haven't seen it, but I've only heard Luke really talk about it. But I don't think it carries the same.
Kind of weight.
Yeah, it doesn't
And
carry the
it
same.
really doesn't, because it seems a lot more streamlined and a lot more childish. Like they're going for a younger audience with this one. Because the newest episode that just came out, they're fucking playing baseball.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this is the new one that came out this year, right?
yes.
And it's not an Oscar contender?
No.
I think that's a very good point though, because another one of my favorite animes, and also Trinity Blood, is an old anime. It's been around for a while. Vash the Stampede.
Yeah.
And Trigun, though. That
Trigun,
one that I
yep.
showed you. That one is at least 20 years old. I think it's as old as we are. And it's very good, and it's also one of those, like, it carries a lot of weight to it, and it's, even though it's very childish in a lot of ways, it's also like, it's obviously made for an older audience, whereas like a lot of anime nowadays I feel is kind of dulled down, so like younger kids get into it.
Anime to me took a turning point that I started to not like around 2012.
Yeah.
Because they started to make everything, even anime that was supposed to be dark, gritty, and horror-ish anime had a more vibrant art style to it, which doesn't turn me off, but it has to be a slice of life anime to be bright and colorful.
And I think it's just
because
I think it's just because like everything got like a lot smoother and like such higher resolution.
Yeah.
That everything just like pops a lot more.
I think some anime these days would really benefit from using a grittier
Like
sort
an
of
older
feel.
style.
That's
Yeah.
Like Dragon Ball Z.
And not even necessarily that, but it's also just taking note of like the color grading that you're using and just like manipulating things like that. Because Darker Than Black, for example, is very high definition because it's a relatively kind of new anime.
But it's also very dark.
But yeah, it's exactly like it is exactly as the title says. Like it's put in this very dark setting, and it stays that way throughout the whole thing.
I mean, there are parts where he's like during the day.
Yeah, like
just like
it's a
hanging out. It's
normal.
like, hey.
Yeah, like normal days are normal days, but like at least 85% of that show is like
During
a
nighttime.
dark setting.
One anime that keeps its style throughout the years, even though it's another anime that's gone on way too fucking long, is One Piece.
I was just about to say
Yeah.
that.
About to say One Piece. One Piece started on Cartoon Network, and it was dubbed by Funimation. Funimation and 4Kids, right?
Holy shit.
They have this track record of localizing in the shittiest way possible. Good examples that probably most people listening would understand is
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh, where they added the Shadow Realm. There is no Shadow Realm.
And they edited to where the guns are invisible. They changed a lot
In
of the
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes.
Oh shoot, I didn't
Like,
know that.
When there were two henchmen that storm in on Kaiba, and
They come in and just point.
yeah, they're just pointing at him. But like in the original,
Bang, bang.
in the original, they had guns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
and I think with Pokemon too, there were a couple episodes that had like guns in them.
Yeah,
that just got completely cut.
Team
And
Rocket used to have guns like way back in the old Pokemon.
In which the episode where Ash caught like all 30 of those Tauros, we will
Gone.
never know. Because the Safari Man had a shotgun.
Yeah, I think you can find like the Japanese dub.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but like for example, if you go on Netflix right now, because I actually just rewatched
Not
the
even
original
there.
Pokemon just because I wanted to. Like all of that.
It's
all
just
of that
one episode.
stuff.
He's like, "Hey, how are all my Toros doing?"
Yeah, I remember.
yeah.
I remember that whenever he was battling in the fucking Pokemon
There's only
contest
about
battle.
3/4 of
League.
the original
Yeah.
Pokemon episodes on Netflix because there's a lot of stuff that was done in Pokemon that they cut out.
Oh, and that it didn't really have to do with localization, but that episode with my friend Porygon or something like that
Yeah.
that caused
Oh, yeah.
seizures for kids in Japan because there were so many flashing lights and it happened so suddenly.
And it was Pikachu's fault, but they're like, "Well, we can't get rid of Pikachu. We can't blame Pikachu because Pikachu is like the face of the entire franchise. Let's get a Porygon."
I have a fucking Pikachu with a Santa hat on Pokemon Go. You think I'm getting rid of that? Fuck yourself.
In which Porygon, Porygon 2, and Porygon Z never seen again. And there was also the hilarious thing where Brock had some rice balls. Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut. The look on his face is just...
Yeah, because they didn't know what I guess. Because rice balls wouldn't connect with the kid.
These kids
Yeah,
will
but
never know.
it's so stupid because they didn't like try to like even
Weeaboos
draw
will never
over
be
it.
born again now,
And then as a kid, I'm like, I want a fucking jelly-filled donut.
right?
I want that.
That's why you're like you are.
Yeah.
It's sort of anime related, but I saw this post where this one teacher took a Snapchat of her roll call sheet. 2 kids in the same class were named Sora and Riku.
Oh, gosh.
And it's like this generation is already here, and I don't think I'm ready for it.
I don't like it. That's
Yeah.
It's kind of gross.
Well, God, I mean, if I think about it, Kingdom Hearts came out in 2002.
Yeah,
That was like, that blows my
15
mind.
years ago.
Yeah, that blows my mind
What?
that some of the things that I remember so vividly have been over a decade ago.
What's the name of that one girl in Kingdom Hearts?
Kyrie?
I think that
Slut?
I think we know a guy who has a... Yes. I think we know a guy from the LARP that we go to who has a kid that's named that.
Name's Kyrie? Are you fucking kidding me?
Like, I don't approve of it, but it's your kid.
If I see a kid named Kirito, I'm literally punching him in the face.
If I see a kid
Instantly.
named Sasuke, he's getting shot. That kid is getting shot. I don't care how old he is.
Dude, your bullets can't affect
I will
Sasuke. You
shoot
can
a-
see him coming with
I
his
will
shouting
shoot
gun.
a baby.
Whoa! Sam, dude,
Listen,
take it from a kid who takes care of a baby.
Be glad it's not named fucking Sasuke. Now, art has its limits.
Yeah,
Wait,
it does.
who's Kirito again? I can't.
Kirito's from Sword Art Online.
That's it.
Yep.
Fuck, I knew it. 'cause
Kirito and Asuna, right? Are
Yeah.
like the two, the
I've watched
Then
male
there's
and
his
female?
sister.
I've watched
I
it all,
don't-
like 3 times and I couldn't.
That's from
remember
season
if it's
2.
Oh, season 2.
So-
there you go. That's
She's
That's the
only
second
re-
half of the first season.
She's also
Gotcha.
relevant in season 2.
So, speaking of me shooting a baby, this brings up a question. What is your favorite anime battle?
favorite.
How did?
Sam shooting a baby.
All right.
Yes.
Dude, that's my favorite anime battle of all time. In fact, the one time you called Kendra like stupid and dumb, and she looked at you with those
then
eyes.
hit you with
that
the
was the
Kamehameha.
part- Yeah,
That is the birth of a villain.
and she charged up the spirit bomb. Seriously though, I think my favorite anime battle of all time is when I told Kendra she couldn't have her juice one morning, and she whipped off her shirt and started smacking her
I
belly.
can just imagine her going. Ooh. Putting her hands up in the air for a spirit bomb.
I taught her. Okay, so last night I taught her how to Naruto run. She knows how to Naruto run. She
I didn't even
runs.
know she knows how to walk.
Yeah, you don't know she knows how to walk?
I thought she could stumble around like a dumb baby.
No, she knows how to walk and run now.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
and now she
weird.
she runs with her
Dude,
arms
you're
behind
raising
her
a
back.
weeaboo.
I'll fix
I
that.
am. Please don't.
So, any answers on what the best battle of all time
I
is?
could not tell you only because I honestly don't watch that many anime with battles in them. I'm much more a slice of life kind of guy.
My favorite, or at least has to be in like my top 3, is Naruto versus Pain.
Yeah, you talk about them fucking
yeah.
It's so
constantly.
good though.
I
No,
like that.
Let me tell you one that's in the same series, but leagues better. Rock Lee versus Gaara Chunin.
That's my
That's not
that's
the
my
same.
favorite one.
It's not the same.
I'm a
It's
fan
the
of that.
same series. It's Naruto. It's Naruto in the name. Changing it to Shippuden doesn't make it a new series. Fuck you,
It's a
Japan.
3-year gap.
I like it
I
in
don't
Bleach.
care.
2 I really like from Bleach is when Ichigo is like inside of his own head fighting his hollow self.
Yes, okay, that's a
But
good one.
the Bankai one, not when it's the first time. The Bankai one was really good, and then I also really like any battle between Ichigo and Grimmjow.
Which one is Green?
He's the Arrancar with the blue hair and the mask on the side of
Oh,
his face.
yeah, okay.
And to just mercilessly beat the shit out of him time and time again. And then I also like, it's from Darker Than Black. It's when Hay fights the one dude with like the fucking pointy ears. I can't remember his name, but anytime those two went at it, it was really good also.
Dalton was talking with his hand in front of his mouth, so I had to put it down.
Sorry, I think with my hands a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
Okay. A good second place for me, One Punch Man, Saitama versus the Mosquito Bitch.
Where he punches her and she explodes into blood on
And he
the
just sits
corner
there-
of the building.
Mosquitoes suck.
That's fair.
Except for in the English dub where it's just like bugs. They suck.
Screw off.
I don't like the English dub for
One Punch Man? Really?
honestly. Well, because like, you know,
The first problem is Critical is not voicing One Punch Man.
I don't think he would do a good job.
I feel like he would do perfect.
Hey guys,
See,
this
in-
is critical.
in my opinion, One Punch Man.
I'm gonna push your nipples out your asshole.
And One Punch Man is a character that he's not really emotionless. He's very childish in a way that he doesn't like fear anything. So like when something comes up, he's just like,
bored
oh,
all the time.
okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
saying that Critical is not the apex of emotion?
No, I love Critical. I don't think I could realistically see him being One Punch Man.
See, it's weird because this point I'm about to make kind of contradicts itself. I really connect with the idea of you being so good at something and being leagues above what you're doing that you just don't enjoy it anymore. Which, you know,
So
is
like
what
One Punch Man?
exactly
Like me and jerking it?
Well, I was using One Punch Man as the example, but because Saitama is so good and so strong that it bores him doing that. But the fact being bored with something doesn't translate to you having a monotone voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I understand it adds to the charm and some of the comedy of the character, but it irks me just a little bit. Not so much where it impedes my enjoyment of the anime. It just irks me.
I think the best part for me is, or the best example of why I don't like the English dub for it, is when he's fighting the Beast King and like that group of people. I think it's like episode 2 or 3. They just like raid his house or whatever. And there's a mole guy that like pulls him underground or whatever. And Genos runs up and is like, "Oh, I'm gonna save you." And he's like, no, I like it under here. But like I felt like the Japanese delivery was just way better than the American delivery.
I got you.
Okay, so I'm going to go around the table. Sub or dub Luke?
I think it's really...
It's dependent on the anime for me.
Let's just say an average anime.
I can answer this right away. Always dub, never sub.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I'll tell you why. I do not narc on people. That's a huge contention. Like, I'm surprised I didn't write it down in my little handy-dandy notebook, but that is such a big argument between people who like anime, is the sub or the dub. I understand people really being dedicated to the subbed version because it's, you know, it's technically the original version. It's the Japanese voice actors doing exactly what they were meant to do. But to me, I think most Japanese voice actors sound ridiculous. I think they sound silly.
That's fair.
No matter what, I think they sound just...
I'm in agreement with that.
Did you want to say something, Sam?
Naruto-kun.
I think they sound silly, and I honestly some English.
That's
what I'm talking about. So everybody, okay, every every Japanese voice actor who's a female is like, or like, and every boy is like, or some shit like that, and I just don't like it.
It's also, that's just a very cultural thing. I've made a lot of Japanese friends actually at Webster because we're a very cultural area. And even it's just a strange thing. I had a very good Japanese friend. He is literally the most pure soul you will ever meet.
He's a precious cinnamon bun.
He really is. He is the nicest, most innocent man I've met in my whole life.
But he likes sub, so he has to.
No. I heard him talking to his mother on the phone.
Hey guys, hold on.
I heard him talking to his mother on the phone in Japanese, and he sounded so angry. I was just taken back. I was like, what is happening? Like, and then I was like, hey, is everything okay? Well, you sounded really angry. He's like, oh no, I was just telling my mom I love her and to have a good day. And I was like, oh, all right. And that's also like, I also don't like to have to read and watch at the same time.
That is the main reason why I don't like stuff.
It takes me out of the immersion of the story, and it's also, like you said, because of the cultural differences of how they speak.
Some translations errors.
Yeah,
too.
Also translation error is a big thing, and it's like also due to cultural censorship differences. Like Japan, you can see full nude people in a magazine, and they can say a lot more and get away with a lot more in media because they're different that way. And us, like, you have to have PG-13 just to kiss each other on television here. So due to censorship is also, I don't think it's always just loss of translation. I think it has a lot to do with the difference in censorship between Japan and America. And it's just because we can't get away with saying and doing as many things here as we can.
Yes, Sam?
Sam, you're either having your mind blown or you're about to bust a nut.
Dalton, something you said just triggered this in my mind, but is like, if you're an anime protagonist, does that technically make you a comic book superhero?
Depends.
Because manga, for all intents and purposes, is just a fucking comic book, but backwards.
I consider, Saitama a comic book superhero.
But Naruto.
Well, it depends on, what is the structure of the story. Because Naruto, he is a hero, but are you strictly talking
He's not really a superhero, though, because that's,
He doesn't dress up...
His powers are, average in his world, though.
No, they're not. He has a fucking
it's also
monster boy inside of him.
That's true.
How does he identify himself is what I think answers this question. Because, it's not like Batman and Superman and Spider-Man, the Marvel Universe, those guys literally have a secret identity that is their normal self, and then they go out as a superhero, whereas Naruto is just doing heroic deeds.
What about Hellsing Man?
Hellsing is just all kinds of fucked, and he doesn't even belong in this conversation.
Fair. Your thoughts?
I just think that, a hero and a superhero are two different things.
Very different things.
So, Saitama, definitely comic book superhero. Naruto, not so much.
Goku?
No, he's doing heroic deeds, but he does not label himself as a superhero.
But he is the protector of Earth.
Yeah.
That is straight up Superman.
I could see somebody making the argument as Goku could beat Superman in a fight.
There's a lot.
We're not getting into that fucking subject.
There's a lot of people that always make that argument. There's people that fucking try and bring science into this.
Honestly, at this point, I don't think Superman could even stand up to Goku.
No,
honestly.
But
as far as they've
Superman's
taken
superpower
Goku,
is winning. That's his
That's
superpower.
true.
Unless
his
it's a little
superpower is
bitch
to not
rock.
lose.
Yeah. Unless he's fighting Doomsday or something.
Yeah, or something.
Fucking let's get off the topic of superheroes. Never mind. I'm just gonna jump right back into anime.
All right.
You're just gonna take a peek into Chad's book while he's not.
You almost got away with it.
I know, I almost got away with walking away. Okay, so just kind of what I was doing. I had to pee. Sorry, couldn't hold it. And then my mom showed me a picture of Kendra, who is my niece, by the way, not my daughter. Nah, close enough. So we had this thing. We had this thing called Tadpole at a preschool, and they send updates or if there's anything that happened to her that day. She got her finger smashed in the door today, so they sent a picture of her finger, and it's red and swollen, and it's we put ice on it and gave it TLC. And I'm like, bitch, her finger could have been fucking blasted off. You dumb idiot.
TLC?
Tender love and care.
Oh,
It's don't go chasing waterfalls.
No, for a second I was thinking
for 5 hours.
THC, and I was like, what? Why?
Yeah. So since I've been exposed for having left to use the bathroom, what were you guys talking about? What was the last train of thought?
Superheroes.
Goku versus Superman.
Difference between
talking.
Heroic deeds and being an actual superhero.
Gotcha.
Goku,
what makes
we have
a
decided,
character
is a comic book superhero.
I don't I would
Same with
agree.
Saitama, but not Naruto.
Gotcha. So to kind of stop and pivot in a completely different direction.
Yes.
Sam.
Yes.
No. Sam, you do not watch that much anime.
No.
So you would technically be considered an outsider
Yeah,
when it comes to anime. You
have
have seen it and you know about it. You listen to us talk about it, but you really don't know that much about
You're worthless here. and
You're
that's
not
why
one of
you're
us.
here.
I've never finished a series, and I've seen maybe single digits of series.
it. Nice.
Series is. All right.
Yes.
Series is. So, as an outsider, how do you see anime, and how do you do you automatically have a thought about somebody when you know that they watch anime? Like, when we first said, oh, we watch anime, did you think anything specific?
Yes.
And be honest here.
I thought you were just fucking lame-o nerd pieces of shit.
Okay.
Has that opinion changed?
No, but for different reasons. You're just lame-o pieces of shit because you're my friends.
Right. All right. Okay. So it's not because we watch anime anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it could be, but...
Well, all right.
To me, the reason I don't watch anime is the characters are copy-paste, just bullshit.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, there's always the big booby girl. There's the little small guy who has a deeper voice. It's like, oh, I'm a serious boy. Oh, I'm actually fucking 20 or something. I'll deck you. I'm in the mafia. There's the 4-year-old girl who's like 20. It's like, oh yeah, I'll jerk off to that or whatever. I'm just sitting here like, what is going on? And everyone's a demon.
I want to argue that, but then I realized a while back, Goku and Naruto are almost the same character.
Yeah, and I mean, also you could, like, a lot of other things could be put on par with that. Like, Bleach is the same thing, just a different world. Like, all of these characters never stop getting more powerful. One Piece with Yuffie and whatever the hell he's doing.
Yuffie.
And another thing,
Luffy.
I don't
know,
One
though.
Piece.
Like,
Yeah.
So I
No, that's
fucked that
okay.
up.
That's absolutely fine.
I don't know, though, because I just recently watched, like, all of Day Day Live.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, that was a pretty fresh concept.
Yeah.
It's like, obviously, there was chicks with superpowers, and then, like, they all fall in love with the same dude.
Toka had boobs.
Yeah. Some of them had big boobs. But I thought it was cool that it was, like, it took, like, a dating sim and, like, put it in real life, kind of. And, like, I thought it was really funny. Really interesting.
Another thing that, Chad, you said a while back about
Yeah.
One Piece lasting for fucking ever.
Uh-huh.
Every, like, good anime, every popular one, lasts 50 seasons too long.
It lasts too
Dragon
long.
Ball Z should have fucking ended at
Yeah.
Frieza, and I would have been happy as hell.
Nah.
I think that's one of the reasons I like some of the series that I like, and there's some of my favorites, like Trinity Blood. I don't think lasts more than 2 seasons at most, if it's 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Darker Than Black, it could have stopped at 1 season. It only went to 2. They were both great. Oh gosh, what else was there? Trigun was also very short.
Trigun was only 26 episodes.
Yeah, it was only... So there's... I think shortness to some series is...
I think a series that gets what it needs to get across in 12 to 26 episodes.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
And something with a unique story, like, and it's not like what Sam said, that's cookie cutter, which is why I like all those stories, because they're all very different. Which is also why, like, I'll commit my heart and my likeness to Bleach, but I won't to, like, One Piece and all those others, because they're just the same thing, and I just happen to like Bleach more.
Then all of a
than the
sudden,
others.
just 50 seasons later, there are 300 different characters.
Yes.
Like, half of them
The
can just be
Rah-Rah.
interchanged.
That's a good one. I don't know if
yeah.
you guys have seen that. It's only 2 seasons long. It's a totally different thing. It's about, like, gangs in Tokyo and stuff.
Yeah, and the
like
fact that the chick is the headless horseman, technically.
Yeah, and there's different factors in it, and it's a little bit of myth and real world all in one. But I think it's actually a really good show.
I thought about watching that. Would you recommend?
I honestly would, especially for someone that doesn't like anime for the reasons that you just presented. Durarara would be something that would be good to give a chance.
I also recommend Durarara. I haven't seen the second season, but the first one really liked it.
Okay.
You said that, like, you would have liked it if DBZ ended at Frieza.
Yes.
But some of the best parts in the entire series are from the Android and Cell
I
saga.
don't care.
Honestly,
It could be as good as it was.
Most people say they wanted it to end after the Cell saga, and they didn't want the Boo saga.
It could be.
I enjoyed the Boo
I
saga.
like the Boo
there
saga
was
too.
a lot of emotions
But-
with Boo.
Yeah.
I really like the
Yeah.
Boo saga too, but a lot of people wanted it to end with Gohan
Honestly,
taking
though, I
over.
would say, even though I really like the Boo saga, I wouldn't be bothered if it ended after Cell. Frieza, I'm just gonna have to disagree with, but
For me, it took for fucking ever with the Frieza fight alone.
yeah, the
I'm
Frieza
not
fight is
wasting-
3 hours.
Yeah,
If you take everything, just Goku and Frieza, that's 3 hours. Oh shit!
Every show is an investment
And
of
that
time.
bomb.
And the bomb takes forever.
I think the bomb actually is like 2, maybe 3 episodes, isn't it?
It's too much.
And then it doesn't even kill Frieza.
A
Yeah.
good
But
show.
then a spirit bomb can kill Kid Boo.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
fucking, he's made of silly
dude,
putty. What do you want?
Welcome to the Pitt Crew Podcast. Today we're talking about Dragon Ball Z.
But a good reference to non-anime would be Scrubs. By the 8th or 9th season, all the good characters are gone, and they're like, well, we fucking need a paycheck, so we're just gonna fucking throw in some new guys. We don't give a shit.
Yeah, Scrubs, my favorite anime.
Dude, it's the greatest anime of all time. Stay with me.
Okay.
And every possible fan ever just gave up on that show.
Yep.
And that is exactly how I feel with any anime that lasts more than 500 seasons.
See, I want to, like, I won't get into talking about it.
Because every show is an investment of time, and I'm not going to waste, like, 20 hours for a story, even if it's a great story.
So you're pretty much just saying, like, some stories are just too long and could be shortened down.
Yes.
Into,
And that's also fair. Like, if you don't feel the flow and you don't want to commit to it, like, I do that a lot, too. Like, if something takes too long to really get going, then I'll just turn it off because I've lost my interest.
Oh, that's like when I was watching Naruto. They went into some filler that like was like the tuning exams. And I was just like, fuck it, I'll skip this. And then like later we were talking, and you're like, what about that one time that like Naruto lost to fucking what's his face in the tuning exams? It's like, the fuck you talking
He lost
about?
to someone?
Yeah.
Because
he lost to...
He used Sage Mode.
Who did?
Oh, right. The kiddo.
Yeah, he lost because he used it. It got him
This is
disqualified.
Konohamaru, that was his name.
The second
Sage
tuning
Mode
exam.
is you're apparently not allowed to use Sage Mode in the tuning exams
Because-
so he got disqualified.
Because...
So he was always a fucking Genin.
So...
Until he became Hokage.
Yeah, until he became Hokage. So, I hate to do this to us.
Yeah.
We're on such a good train of thought. There's so many things we could still talk about with anime, and I know there's so many things we probably still want to talk about.
Makuro.
Dude, you shut the fuck up.
That's my favorite anime spell.
It's actually very good. It's on Netflix. Go watch it.
What is it called?
Kuro Makuro. It's something about a samurai. That
Are you
gets-
sure it's not Kuwai?
It's complicated to explain, but like it takes place in the future. The archaeology team finds this like ancient cube that like looks like stone, but then someone accidentally opens it, and the samurai was trapped inside of it from like hundreds of years ago and preserved in it. And it turns out
Oh
it's,
my god.
I'm guessing you needed to go pick up Petra or something.
Yeah. Well, I honestly was gonna segue that into, if anybody listening would like us to continue this conversation, you can leave a nice comment saying, hey, I want you to continue this conversation. You can leave a like, do all that good shit.
and if you have anything else, send it to
That's like 20 minutes behind too, right?
Yeah, something like that. So we've been going for about an hour.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Yeah, roughly about that. So this has been the first episode of the Pitt. No!
Yes!
No!
Yes!
No!
End it right.
All right, this is the Pitt Crew. Good night.
Oh, that was beautiful.
You gotta be shitting my nuts
We
off,
called
dude.
it.
You can't be serious. I did it so perfect. I did it so perfect the first time. I didn't even do it the first time.
Pitt Crew codpiece.
The Pitt Crew Podcast. It's the Pitt Crew Podcast.
You're weak. You've always been weak.
Son of a whore.
Good night, everybody.
Oh my god. Seriously, like, comment, subscribe.
Don't ever come back.
I can't believe that happened to me.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was a
forfeit.
good show. Good show.
Yeah, good show, man. Good show. Good show.
Good show.
I'm leaving all this in, by the way.
show.
This is us shaking hands after our first inaugural episode. Good show. Good game, Luke. I'm not shaking your hand.
Feel Thor's wrath.
You